Okay, so let's get into it. Glock. You either love them or you hate them. I have been in this industry, really in the industry, maybe for the last decade. So I got in it kind of late. But when you start talking about brands or, models or anything like that, people get really, 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 I know I said really a lot there. They get very, very passionate about, the guns that they talk about. They're either a fan of this or they're a fan of that. And I want to tell you where I'm coming from. People have called me a Glock fanboy, or you're a blind sheep for following this particular brand. My take on a gun is this: I want to empty that magazine as fast as I can into as small a target as possible. Whatever gun helps me do that, that's what I'm a fan of. So right now, for me, it's the Glock. I've got a Glock 17 and a Glock 45. Those two guns, to me, are the guns that I would grab if I were jumping into Syria, right, as my sidearm. So whenever I'm talking about these guns, I'm telling you about them from that perspective of I'm going to employ this gun to defend myself or my family or my, whoever, and I'm going to do it accurately and as fast as I can, as safely as possible. So without further ado, let's talk about the Glock 43X. Now, what is a 43? We all know what the 43 is. It's a slimline 9mm. When it came out, I was a huge fan of it. Not because I'm a fanboy, but because it was I thought it filled a niche, right? Well, SIG came out with one called the SIG 365, and I thought that gun blew the Glock 43 out of the water. I mean, it was just, it looked small, but when you grabbed it, you're holding it, aiming in, whatnot, shooting it, it felt a whole lot bigger than it looked, which kind of like blew my mind. Sort of like that Doctor Who, telephone booth. They walk in and it's just huge. That's what the Glock 43 was to me. So when they came out with the Glock 43X, I'm thinking, what are we doing here? Why are we coming out with more? Glock perfection. You can't really perfect anything, Glock, that's already perfected. But they came out with this 43X, and after having held it for a little bit, it may be on my list of my next gun, and I'll tell you why. First off, if you'll look, it completely fits my hand, and I know I'm not a real big fan of, hey, it fits, the ergonomics and all this other stuff, because to me that stuff doesn't matter. I just want it to do what I want it to do as fast as I want it to do it. So, but when you don't have your pinky holding off, and I've got just a little bit hanging off there, but that's acceptable to me. I mean, when I hold it, I've got a good firm grip on the gun. When I aim it in, I mean, it just feels like a nice tight package. I mean, it is really, it feels a whole lot bigger than it is. Next thing you'll notice, obviously they've got the different color. It's a silver slide. It comes with the standard Glock sights. When I picked it up the first time today, I immediately took my magazine and inserted it, because I spend more time doing that than I do, shooting it, probably, because, I mean, you can't shoot in your house and you want to get a little training in, so I'll just do some magazines and dry fire. But this, I mean, it immediately goes in. I mean, it wants to go home because that's the way it's made. So if you're a Glock owner right now and you pick this thing up, it is going to be nice, smooth transition into owning the latest and greatest, the 43X. So really the most important thing for me in a concealed carry gun, in any gun, is the trigger, okay? And this is a Glock, so it's got a nice, basically it's a Glock trigger. If you've ever shot a Glock, this is gonna be very familiar to you. Now, I like the fact that it gives you a little resistance when you press. It's not really light, so when you're employing it, you're not gonna pull it out of its holster and accidentally shoot anything. And I like the fact that it's got a really responsive reset, really short and responsive. So I'm going to press the trigger, and it's really release and press. I mean, it's just a Glock. If you've ever shot a Glock, that's what you've got here. I'll let you see the trigger press now, if you can see that. We're going to press, and I'm going to hold, and you can see that reset, where that reset is. Right there, press. One more. Right there, press. All right, so you can see, basically it's just a Glock 43. It's just a little bit longer. You got a 10-round magazine. Make sure you get home. It actually comes with two 10-round magazines. Obviously, your little Glock, your magazine reloader. I would really encourage you, if you've been on the, here's my thinking. If you were wanting a concealed carry gun and you were thinking about either the Glock 43 or the 365 by SIG, I would wait until you can hang on to this 43X, because I think this will help you to make a better decision on, do I want the Glock or the SIG, basically. They're both, in their own right, they're good guns. But I think Glock did something special here with this 43X by, I don't know, to me it looks like they took the Glock 45 and put it in one of those little machines and shrunk it down. Literally, that's what I feel like when I'm holding it, They also came out with the Glock 48, all right? And the Glock 48 is just a little bit longer slide here. And everything I'm saying about the 43X, same with the 48. Same trigger. Obviously, I'm going to take it apart for you, because in case you're not aware, I'm going to do this again. I'm paranoid. You probably didn't see me check the 43X, but before I started the video, I checked it numerous times. I'm very, very paranoid when it comes to handling firearms. All right, yeah, everything's the same. I mean, literally, it's like they took a Glock, a full-size Glock, and put it in one of those little shrinking machines. It's amazing. It really is. I'm hopefully will be running across one of these in the very near future, so that I can take it to the range and see what it can do. My ultimate test with any gun is 7 yards, as fast as I can right here. If I can get them all in there, then I'm a fan of that gun, I think that's all I've got for you as far as the new Glocks. I'm going to probably be leaving some pictures up once this video ends. Who knows? If I don't like the way I look during the video, I'll probably be fading those in as well. So you'll get a really good look at these. These are going to be available January 21st, so go to your local gun dealer. You should be seeing them there January 21st. Pick them up, and hey, shoot me a video. Respond under this video. Shoot me the video of your review, and let's talk about what you like about it, what you didn't like about it, and have a conversation. Other than that, I think that's all I've got for you today. I'm really looking forward to some other great products that I'm going to be bringing to you. Hopefully I can get some items that we can actually take out of here that, right now I'm in a controlled environment, so I'm not able to take any product. I would like to get some product in here that I can actually take to the field and let you see, those items in action. So stand by for that. I think that's gonna happen here in the very near future. If I can answer any questions, please leave me a question in the comments. Leave me a thumbs up, right? If you hate the video, hit that thumb just down twice, and I would really appreciate that, because hitting that thumbs down twice is a great way to show that you hate the video. So hit that twice. If you like it, hit the thumbs up. Other than that, I'm Joel with the Mortar Pit Media. We will see you soon.